1941, a state of war.
What General Vagon has called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills.
Hey guys and gals, this is Alden from the Mosin Crate. First things first, I can't answer any sales related questions. That includes things like how much are they, where can I buy them, how can I buy them, because YouTube will delete the video. But if you Google my username, the Mosin Crate, or go onto rumble.com, the Mosin Crate without any spaces, you'll find this same video on there where I can and do answer questions like that. So this isn't normally how I would open up a video, but I got an email from a friend's wife and a longtime viewer, and Brooks had passed just before Thanksgiving. And I know his sons shared military surplus collecting with him, and I believe they watched these videos also. So the reason for this is just to say that my wife and I, we were so sorry to hear about Brooks passing. And I just wanted to take a moment. You can kind of read this email and kind of guess what kind of person he was, but genuinely one of the nicest people I've ever talked with. And I'm so fortunate to have had him as a friend. And he had just randomly sent me some t-shirts that said the Mosin Crate on it that he had his friend that made those things make for me, just randomly. And just to tell you what kind of guy he was. Very, very great person. And I'm going to miss my conversations with him. So Brooks and your family, again, we're so sorry to hear about his passing. This is a small list here for review because we are on YouTube. Up top we have a Remington 03A3 from World War II, 1943 dated. This is a CMP gun. So you can see it's got the bore rating on there, on the tag. February 1943 barrel on it. And this is a universal M1 carbine. These don't have that good of a reputation, but this is an early one. So it is a post-war M1 carbine, and I'm actually going to shoot this one here in the video later because, like I said, they don't have a good reputation. Usually they're jam-o-matics from what I hear, but I had no problems with this one. Then we have two Ruger Mini 14s, both in 223 or 5.56. The bottom one there is the government barrel model, which basically means it has a flash hider and a bayonet lug on it. This top one here has the flush magazine. I'd say good to very good condition on this one, the silver one. And then this one, I am told, it's really just guessing because we have nothing to back it up, but pretty sure that this was a North Carolina Department of Corrections, so prisons, or North Carolina Highway Patrol gun at some point, which just makes sense considering it's the government barrel on there. And then we have a Romanian Wasser 10 in 7.62x39. Nothing special. I mean, it's typical ugly but very functional Wasser 10. And then on the bottom we have a 5.56 Chinese bullpup. The magazines on those are very expensive. 5.56 may be fairly inexpensive to shoot, but the magazines for those are hundreds of dollars last time I looked. That's a really nice bullpup. That's pretty cool. And the Wasser 10 was made in 2002. So let's go ahead and do some shooting with that M1 carbine. I just did one magazine just to test fire it. And we've got some FN Browning high power. So all of these are going to be in 9mm. Have a double stack 13 round magazine. These are all Mark III high powers. So they've got that ambidextrous safety, which is nice if you're left-handed. Import marking on these is going to be on the bottom of the trigger guard. And I'd say these are all solid, very good condition. A lot of other people would probably say they're closer to excellent, but they do have some scratches and slight marring to the finish here and there. They're definitely surplus that have been used over the years, but in really nice shape. And we have some Jericho 941. So this is the original Jericho with the safety / decocker on the slide. Compare that with the second model, the 941F, which has the frame-mounted safety. I actually think the F is a better model if you just plan on using it for shooting, because the safety on the slide is very uncomfortable. There's not a whole lot of real estate there. It's a CZ75 variant, basically. Import marking on the bottom of the trigger guard. These are the original IMI Jericho 941s, also known as the 941R. So these are, not many of them were imported. They are very famous for the Cowboy Bebop show, and for that reason, they are very, very expensive. Just this model. All the other models, you can get a lot less, and they're very similar. But the original 941, very expensive. All these are in 9mm, safety functions as a decocker, double stack magazine, 15 rounds. These are basically a CZ75 with an Israeli twist to them, polygonal rifling, and I would say these are very good to excellent condition. So this first pistol is the Jericho 941F. So this is the second model, identical to the original 941, other than it does not have a decocker and the safety is on the frame, which again is a lot more comfortable. So this, if you're planning on getting one to shoot, get the 941F, because that is, it's just a nicer pistol for shooting, I think. Then we have an FN Browning High Power Mark II in 9mm, import marking on the bottom of the trigger guard. And then we have a Mark III. Grips on this one are meh, but you know, the nice thing about high power grips is there's a ton of them out there and they're pretty inexpensive. They start at about 20 bucks, and it's something that most anyone could replace at home. You don't need a gunsmith to do it in most cases. And then we have a CYQ, so a spree work Nazi P38. This one has a matching frame, barrel, and slide. No import markings on this one. I have not checked the internal numbers or anything. Judging by the finish on it, it almost looks like phosphate finish. I'm thinking that is a late war, probably a 1945 P38. And it came with a reproduction holster and a spare magazine. So 2 magazines total with that P38. Again, no import marking on that one. And a couple CZ83s. These aren't that popular in the United States, I've discovered, for whatever reason. So these started out as a CZ82 and 9mm Makarov over in Czechoslovakia, and then they were converted to 380, so something a lot more common and easy to find here. And that's when they became a CZ83. Very nice triggers on these, both single and double action. I also have this one in silver. Import marking on both of the CZ83s is on the front strap. And last but not least, why probably quite a few of you clicked on the video, we have a CMP 1911A1. This one's got that almost battlefield pickup finish to it. Remington Ram frame and an Ithaca slide. This is in 45. And this is not my CMP gun, but this one came in for review all the same. Has a CMP paperwork in the bottom of the case. That's going to do it for this video again, guys. I'm going to hopefully have another video here before Christmas. It's going to be a much smaller one, but if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because I do military surplus review all the time. Thanks for watching.